The first season of Chapter 4 has just about come to an end. On March 8th, we will be switching over to Season 2, and with that, we're of course going to be getting a brand new Battle Pass. So today, we're going to be covering every single leaked skin that we know of for this Battle Pass, and there's some crazy stuff. Things like a Family Guy skin, as well as another collab, skins related to the story, and of course, a ton of other items as well, such as wraps and even sprays. And guys, before we hop into all of that awesome stuff, if you are hoping for no school during the week of Season 2's launch, quick, leave a like on the video and also make sure to subscribe. But hopping on into it here with the first skin of the Season 2 Battle Pass, there was recently found within the files an upcoming back bling, which as you can see right here is a pretty simple looking backpack with a pistol on the side of it. Now, people were able to pretty quickly connect this with a leak inside of the files for a skin ID that was called Rhythm Female, and this back bling was within that set. Along with that, there was found a recent survey skin that matches this back bling as well, and this seems to be the skin Rhythm that'll likely be in the Battle Pass. Now, it's definitely a pretty cool skin. It seems to utilize the same model that Penny uses, and even the clothing is a bit similar. She's also holding dual-wielded pistols, which are in the current season and likely to be in Season 2 as well. After that, you know we're gonna have some story-related skins. We recently saw Amy attach herself to a robot and then get sent into that alternate dimension that was mentioned, well, within the story. And we know that when characters come back, they come back completely different. So it seems like we could see a brand new Amy skin that looks exactly like this. Now, this concept is absolutely amazing and is actually based off of a survey skin. So again, it's based off of an official concept from Fortnite and is very likely going to be the Amy skin. And considering that she's been such a big part of the story, but we've never seen her, it would make sense that we finally get to unlock her within the Battle Pass. But something that also seems to kind of be a mystery is the recent bamboo that was added to the map. We talked about it in a previous video, and then in the recent update, it was removed. What exactly was the point of that? Well, according to some leaks and stuff, this could very likely be a reference to a new area on the map. There's a specific string that says spawnlocation.world.bamboo, meaning that again, we could see a location themed around this, and of course, a brand new Battle Pass skin to go along with it as well. And the skin is expected to be this tiger skin right here, who honestly could probably rival Meowscles. Dude looks like he works out quite a bit, but the coloring of it and the armor is definitely super cool, and it would make sense with all of these bamboo related leaks. And speaking of upcoming areas on the map, it's possible we could also see a swamp area. And the reason I bring that up is because there has been some leaks about two potential skins themed around swamps. The first of which has to do with this skin called Swamp Knight, which is actually a skin inside of Save the World that has been one of my favorites that I really wish that they would bring over to Battle Royale, and it looks like they finally might do so. Within the files, this skin was updated to have a skydiving animation, which is only something that's in Battle Royale. Now, granted, since it's a Save the World skin, it could maybe be a bundle instead of in the Battle Pass. We'll have to wait and see on that, but there's also a skin called Swamp Fish, and looking through the recent survey skins again, it seems like this character is in fact the Swamp Fish. I mean, who else could it be? But yeah, the skin itself is honestly kind of creepy, and it looks like he's carrying a different colored firefly jar, which is kind of cool. It also kind of reminds me of Moisty Merman, all the way back from Chapter 1. Maybe this is what that character was dressing up as. And guys, we haven't even gotten into the collab skins yet. Those are still coming up, but we also can't forget about the skin challenge on last video, which was Bunker Jonesy, and here's a ton of people that got that one right. This time around, comment below the name of this skin, and I'll leave hearts on a ton of the ones that can get that right. And then circling around back to story-related skins, one character that we're bound to be getting is the Nothing, or the mysterious Shadow Man that has been talked about by Stellan within the Oathbound challenges, who we also seem to think is the character that we saw back in the, what was it, the Collision event? But either way, the community has come up with some awesome concepts, like for example, this one right here, which has a sort of galaxy skin effect, and is also based off of a survey skin. So again, based off of an official concept. Similarly, there's also this one, which is based off of another survey skin, which could be the female counterpart to the Nothing. They have similar vibes, and you gotta admit, it would make an awesome tier 100 skin. But another theme that is often seen inside of the battle passes is having some sort of animal inspired skin. Like for example, we've had Meowscles before, and essentially his whole family, honestly. We've had Kit, the most recent with Meowscles herself, and it looks like we could be moving away from the cat themed skins and getting a wolf themed one, which would be this character right here. A seemingly snow themed wolf, but according to leaks inside of the files, there's a code name for a skin set called Major Dog, which obviously seems to fit the vibe of this character perfectly. I also like how he's got what looks like a chicken leg just in his pocket. Hey, he's got to have a snack, right? Similarly, there was also a leak leak about an updated lace variant specifically for summer. Now, granted, the next season isn't launching in summer, but I still wanted to mention it because it seems to be this character here. And honestly, it would make a pretty cool skin, but maybe for a summer event and not actually the battle pass. Now, before we talk about one of the first collaborations that's going to be in the battle pass, we also got to talk about the possibility of Midas finally being added as a separate variant. Because as I've talked about in my previous videos, there's been a lot of stuff pointing towards him this season. Like, for example, an augment within the files that is called Midas Touch. Not only that, there's also a spray that we're expected to finally unlock that shows Midas's hand covered in chrome, maybe hinting at the return of the chrome in one of the future seasons. I mean, the Herald is still on the map technically within that one tree, but either way, there's a bunch of concepts of what this skin could look like, especially if he takes over the Ageless's throne. It could look like this. But on top of that, I'll also include this skin, which is like a winter variant of Midas. That would be pretty sick. And of course, you've got a fish version of Midas based off of the Midas flopper. Honestly, I feel like that'd be something Fortnite would do too. But then let's talk about a few collaborations, because pretty much every single battle pass has a collaboration. This season we got Geralt and even Doom Guy, so we gotta have some in season 2. One of which that's expected is Family Guy, specifically Peter Griffin, because he's been hinted at within the files like a crazy amount of times. So it's essentially confirmed, we're just still waiting for it. And again, the skin would look like this right here. I'm not quite sure what hitbox it would have, but it would be in a similar style to the Rick and Morty skins and how they transferred a cartoon into Fortnite. Also, in one of my recent videos, we talked about an Attack on Titan collab that is essentially super likely to be added in the near future. And I won't go over too many of the details since we talked about it before, but having either Eren Yeager or his Titan variant as a skin would be really cool. And then for the pickaxes, you could even have like their swords that they use in the series. Dual wielded pickaxes like that would be so sick. And honestly, any Titan could be added. Maybe we'll see the armored Titan. But then guys, let's talk about some other items, because obviously the battle pass has more than just skins, one of which are some wraps that are already within the files. There's the Perfect Spectrum wrap, which has been in the game for a while, but considering that the name seems to be referencing Meowscles, maybe that's a hint towards another Meowscles family member as well. On top of that, we've got Neon Pulse, which oddly enough seems to be what they used for the recent heisted exotics inside of the game. So having that actually release as a wrap inside of the battle pass would make a lot of sense, and it's a cool wrap as well considering how it cycles through the different colors. We've also got this wrap called Far Out, which has some super cool animations to it. Like, it cycles through a ton of different colors, and honestly I like it quite a bit. But then going back to the potential collabs, there has been some leaks inside of the files pointing towards another Spider-Man skin releasing, which for the longest time we have expected it to be Miles Morales, and I think it's finally time for this skin to actually release. I mean, again, we already have Spider-Gwen, who is a super cool skin, but it's kind of weird that they added a side character instead of the main character of the series, so they've got to be saving Miles Morales for something big, like another battle pass. But guys, after all of that stuff, we just recently got some potential info about what might be the official skins for the new season. Now, oddly enough, these were other survey skins, not within the files, and I'm still kind of taking these with a grain of salt because it's from a source that we can't confirm. And I mean, the skins themselves are pretty cool. Apparently the third one is part of the Fox clan, the same as Drift, and also this skin right here. Comment down below if you know the name of it. But the other ones are pretty intriguing. And again, Eren Yeager seems to be confirmed as a battle pass skin. So what do you guys think of all of that? Do you think these are the official skins, or maybe the ones we talked about earlier with more stuff within the files pointing towards them? Either way, it's going to be a ton of fun. And with that being said, guys, be sure to subscribe if you're new around here for videos covering the secrets in season 2 once it launches. And also check out some of my previous videos on the screen right here. But again, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.